Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bernardo from the BJ Tech News. So today I'm talking about Bitcoins. Bitcoins has been a huge topic since I don't even know when. I not too long ago recently heard about it from my IT manager. He was having a conversation between one of the colleagues in the office, and they were having a huge argument between it. One person thinks that this virtual currency is going to be replacing physical money. So I was doing some research. Check it out. This is basically my how-to, or how to get yourself set up, and the things that I found out. So the first thing that you want to do is you want to get yourself a Bitcoin wallet. Now the Bitcoin wallet is free, so you could download it. Again, all these sites or the stuff that I'm telling you, I'm going to place all the links at the bottom of this video at the description part, so you guys can check it out and get started. So again, like I said before, the first thing that you need to do is get a Bitcoin wallet, and it's free. The one that I chose was the Bitcoin-QT, and it takes you there. You download the version that you want. You have a Windows, Ubuntu, Linux, and Mac OS. Okay, now once your Bitcoin wallet is where the virtual currencies are deposited. It's a wallet. Now there's two versions of the wallet. Now you can either have it on the cloud services, meaning you can have a wallet in the cloud, and you give your Bitcoin address to someone and they deposit the currency into your wallet and you're good to go. And the other version is you got the wallet, you got the application running on your machine, you give someone the Bitcoin address, they give you a virtual coin, and it's locally saved in your machine, meaning if the machine crashes, you lose your Bitcoins. So that means you actually have to back up your machine. Okay, now if you want to take this into a higher advanced kind of thing, you want to mine your own coins. Now from my understanding, mining is best used when you're using a graphics card. Back then Bitcoin was mined with CPU. It's not used anymore with CPU, but there are tools that you could use to continue using CPU. But the problem is that a lot of Bitcoin pools don't use CPU, so it's pretty tricky. That's when comes into play. You have to purchase, you have to bring into the mix a mining proxy to bypass that and let your computer hash out these coins, or how you can say it, calculate this algorithm so you could build yourself a virtual coin. Okay, so one of the best tools out there is the GUI miner. A lot of people have been using this. This miner is best used if you're using a graphics card. Now there's a bunch of graphics card out in the market. You got Nvidia, you got ATI, Radeon, and all those good stuff. Now from my understanding, from what I've seen online, YouTube videos, people talking about the whole Bitcoin and mining and stuff, a lot of people have been using the ATI graphics cards. Most likely the 6780 series or the 6700 series graphics cards, which will normally run off $600 to $800. But if you're mining like crazy and you have multiple machines, most likely in a month or two you should be getting I don't know, you should be getting enough money to pay back those cards. Okay, now I've been doing all this on a virtual machine. Okay, so the first thing that I did, I got my Bitcoin wallet, and I want you to take in consideration, this is pretty weird, the Bitcoin client takes forever to sync up. As you can see right here, this is the first day when I actually installed the Bitcoin. Very straightforward, you don't really have to do much, guys, but it takes forever to synchronize to the network. It's a bunch of blocks, as you can see right here in the bottom. It took me about 2 days for this to completely sync up. Okay, and what else I have? Yeah, So I took a screenshot of my task manager. When it's syncing up, your Ethernet and your processor will go off the roof. Like right now, if I show you my virtual machine, I haven't logged in to my BitCoin for a while. The last time I logged in was maybe a week ago. So I have a couple blocks that needs to be synced up. But as you can see, my processor is going off the roof. My Ethernet is not going crazy. Right now, my virtual machine, I'm hashing everything out with CPU, which I'm going to explain a little longer. I haven't really hashed out any coins. So I'm going to explain these two dialog boxes later on. And yeah, I want to show you guys the GUI miner. Now, the GUI miner is this little guy right here. Actually, I already got it installed, which is this guy right here. Okay. Now, if you don't have a graphics card that's compatible to your thing, most likely you're going to get a dialog box indicating the GUI miner cannot be used with the graphics card that you have. Press OK. You can use the CPU. Now, right here in the drop down, you have like several servers that deal with Bitcoin. The ones that are very popular is DeepBit and also I believe Sushi Pool. Now Sushi Pool is the one that I apply for. You can actually apply to one of these accounts. They are free. They're not actually free, but they're free to sign up. And once you sign up, again, there's a certain percentage that they take on your Bitcoin, on your hash. For me, it was because I was doing it through a processor, CPU. They were taking 10% off, and I was getting killed real fast. When I first actually did this, I actually hashed out a coin, and because the 10% hit me, I lost the coin immediately. So if you're using it with a graphics card and you're hashing everything out with a graphics card, most likely they're going to charge you 2%. I don't know about the other sites, but for this site they do 2%, and I'm kind of comfortable with using this site. Now, you could create multiple workers, and what do I mean? I'm already logged into my site, and I'm going to show you guys what I mean. Now, this is my site right here, and I already have like 0.000000249 BTC. That's what I confirmed. This is one of my workers right here. You could register a new worker and have multiple workers, but I don't think multiple workers could be running on one machine. This is when the whole farming comes into play. You can have multiple workers in each individual machine in a farm, just hashing out all this information, hashing out all these coins for you. Again, for what I've seen, Sushi Pool, for me, it's one of the best server pools out there so far. It's very self-explanatory. It's not too crazy. Okay, and I'm gonna close this up. It's still syncing. I'm actually gonna close the GUI miner because I'm not gonna go really into depth. What I've seen with the miner, with this application right here, it didn't work well with the CPU. It wasn't working at all. It wasn't mining at all. It kept on saying couldn't be started, share something, and I just gave up. So I went online. I found this tool, RPC Miner -cpu.exe, which is a great tool, but it's based on a command prompt. Now, again, if you guys need this information or you need these files, it took me a while to find legit files online for all this stuff to actually work properly rather than having viruses left and right. But if you guys really want this information, hey, shoot me a comment right below. I will give you a public link so you can download all this stuff and you don't have to worry about no viruses. But the RPC miner for the CPU, again, is command based. Depending on what server pool you use to mine, again, I use Sushi Pool. So this is the command that I use. You know, the URL, the user, the password, the threads, and the work. You know, the work refresh. Now the refresh means that's how fast it refreshes to hash it out. And this password right here, I'm going to change it. So if you guys try to do anything crazy, you go right ahead. I don't really care. I'm not really minding it like 24/7. This is something that I was just testing out just to get myself familiar with it and better understanding, so I can shoot this information to you guys. And this right here is my mining proxy. Now, the only reason that I have a mining proxy up and running is because I have a CPU. Now, Sushi Pool only works with GPU processor. It only is able to hash out using GPU, a graphics card. So, and this is the warning that they give you. I want to show you what the warning is. This is the warning that they give you. Okay, you got to use this type of proxy for it to work. And again, it tells you right here what's supported GUI miner or for NVIDIA cards. Again, I was using a CPU, and this is when I started first doing it. I had this real high, and then when I logged into my Sushi Pool account, I saw this, and it was taxing me 10%, and it went down so fast. So it was crazy. So let me go back here again. I haven't hashed anything out. Like, the machine has been going crazy. It looks like my BitCoin wallet has finally synced up, as you can see. Now, the BitCoin wallet, as you can see, I have a couple BTCs already here. I have 7 transactions. Now, online, the internet is really weird. There's a lot of sites that you could provide your Bitcoin address, do certain things like go to sites, do surveys, go to a particular site, visit it for 5 minutes, revisit another site, and they give you a certain amount of BTCs, and that's it. That's why I have so many, because I actually did that. I went to sites, put my Bitcoin address, visit some sites, did some surveys, clicked here, clicked there, and I got this stuff. Now, your address book, your transactions is where it keeps track. Now, you're able to create multiple addresses, which is pretty cool. And the way that you do that, you go to receive coins, and you just add a new address, give it a name, and it automatically gives you address. These are my 2 addresses that I created. So, if I was dealing with someone with like a client, or I don't know, yeah, I'm gonna keep it as a client. If I was dealing with a client, I did something like IT related, and I wanted to get paid, I would provide them this Bitcoin address, and they would provide me, my funds. Don't really know how much 1 Bitcoin is worth. The last time that I checked was about $100, $150 1 coin. Not too long ago, they got hacked, and that goes, the value goes down quickly. I'm kind of surprised I'm not hashing out any coins. Excuse me, but normally you would get like a little error, not an error, but like a statement right here that's been hashed. Like the Ethernet is going crazy. My processor is like flatline, and it's it's just going ridiculous crazy. This is how it was in the very beginning. But again, the question of the video is, my question to you guys actually is, what do you think about this whole Bitcoin? What have you been doing? If you've been trying to do a Bitcoin, how far have you gotten? Like, how many Bitcoins have you mined? Or are you using the Bitcoin at all? What are your thoughts about this whole Bitcoin? Do you think Bitcoin is actually gonna replace physical currency? I know, from my understanding, there's a lot of sites right now, electronic sites, clothing sites, food sites that are they're accepting Bitcoins as a way of money, which is pretty cool. But it's so dangerous. To me, it's so dangerous. It's like virtual money. Is like, okay, something happens to your machine, you lose all that money. So that means if you make $1,000 of Bitcoins and your machine crashes, you're pretty screwed. Even though the Bitcoin wallet has like a backup wallet, you could do that way. But I don't know, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this whole introduction of the Bitcoin and how to get yourself up and running. Again, I'm still working the kinks of this. I'm still trying to learn from this whole Bitcoin thing. If you guys have dealt with the Bitcoin, hey, shoot me an email or shoot me in a comment and let me know what have you done. You know, I'm willing to learn a little bit more so I could get better with this. I know the number one thing that a lot of you guys are going to tell me is the graphics card. I know that already, but I want to know what other tools have you done or other ways to get yourself up and running with the Bitcoin. Because I've seen YouTube people with, they built machines with ventilation shooting out of the windows and circuit breakers. It's just really crazy with the Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is pretty old. I think Bitcoin's been out since last year from my understanding, and I'm just hearing it now, and it's becoming very popular. So again, hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Please comment, please give me thumbs up, please subscribe, please Twitter the video, Facebook it. I appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.